Hello, YouTube, Facebook, friends, family, and loved ones. As always, I wish us all a better life as far as our health, our situation, our dreams, our fantasies, our things that we want to come true in our life. I want us all to be on that straight and narrow path for righteousness, to do more than you would do even in the situation of your finances. It's from the heart, ladies and gentlemen. It's from the heart. Do things from the heart, not just because you're trying to fit in with the Jones or trying to circulate situations to be in your favor. Do something for someone else. Um, and that's basically what I have to say on that issue. Praise God and all his wonderful names, Allah, and every other name that's upon that. Um, we're going back into situations where, let's be real, y'all. We're finding more things on this earth that coincides with other things on this other planets in our galaxy. Um, uh, Nephilims and giants were here before us. They were on the earth before us. At a certain time, there was other angelic aliens that was on the earth before us, as we've talked before, different types of Nephilim, different types of jinn, different types of other interdimensional beings, and everything of that nature. Uh, but all in all, what happens over thousands of years of us living is this simple thing. The gene pool is smaller now. In the modern world, after thousands of years of procreation, civilizations can breed out phenotypes. It could all end, maybe because of mixture of different uh, bodies of people and different like that. It all uh, breeds out. So we're mixed with different entities and we're mixed with different things of that nature of the world. As we said, the Bible and everything of all the books show uh, the stories that coincide with one another. Just in the 1800s, we had giants. Um, People will go across the lands and look and was like an awe at how huge or cubic feet these people were. This was recently. This ain't even a Q 200 years ago. This is like not even more than 300 years ago. The giants was on this earth. They were here before us, and we migrated into them and become a part of them. And some of them have survived because in the word it says how the big flood was happening, and we have scientific proof on the big flood and how that happened. Um, Not everything probably died. A lot of things could have went into the earth to live, which we know that we have brothers that's living down there because that's what they are, ancestral brothers. They may be lizard like or whatever else, other humanoids and stuff down there, but they're still our brothers because the truth of the matter, if you look at our skin cells, our follicles of our hair is the same follicles of their the skins and the stuff that they have on them. It may look harder, it may look different because it's green, but when you allow green to dry out, it turns into a color, and the bronze color after a period of time from weather beating of the sun and stuff like that turns into a darker pigmentation of a light brown, dark brown, because nobody in this world is black. It's swarthing people we come from. We're swarthings. That was a United States word saying black and color wise and all of that. That makes no sense. We're a swarthing people. We're a religious people. We're from the our angelical brothers and sisters that's still in the earth today. And most of them transform into being bigger creatures of old, and we've been manipulated in our gene pool where we're changing to something completely different, but something similar. So we all are the same, regardless. Let's look at the truth of that. We look to the stars. Yes, we got to look under our feet first to understand how to get to the stars, because under our feet has more knowledge about universal stuff that we could ever possible believe. UFO and USOs are real. USOs come from under the water, and we can have technology that goes certain beneath the water, certain depths. We'll see that light starts to come again after the great darkness underneath the water. So how is that possible? Because something is magnificent down there as far as in uh, life, as far as in things that we can't even explain in this world. Look at Mars; they have big statues and stuff like that, similar to statues here on Earth, and all of the stuff that they're not really showing us in some of the YouTube footage, but some of them are going to show us the real stuff, which is true. I personally have out of body experiences, and I'm able to go places that I never thought was possible. A lot of people think, "Oh yeah, he's crazy, he's mad," but no, I can really do this. I'm going to step up and say, when you go to Mars, it's going to be a little bit more than you expect. There's people that's living beneath the world there as the same as here. Remember, out of sight, out of mind. And most races that are smarter than us know to live that way anyway because they don't want to be bothered. They don't want to get into learn our primitive ways because we're barbaric, we're destructive, we destroy, and we conquer every little portion that we have because at this time and age we are not petty, but we're not enlightening to be what we're supposed to be to join our celestial brothers and sisters uh, in the earth, in the air, and above the air. So that's something that we have to take for real and be serious about and understand ourselves first to understand the universe because all of us, again, is put together. Everything is plugged together from our DNAs to the molecular structures that build the DNAs to the pulse energy that creates us to the energy period is all universal. It's all of this one galaxy, this one space, this one universe that's connected to other universes and other spaces. Dark matter, light matter, things we can see, we cannot see. It's truth about it. Even in the word, it says you believe in the things we see that's not seen. Um, it's all little pieces and pieces around the world that tells us the truth, that shows us the truth. Only a few ancient genes have carried over into modern day. Everyone ignores everyday citizens that make up the real America. For instance, on that note, um, people who work that minimum job and do the extra that they have no choice to make everybody else who's above them, at least in a job sense, feel secure and happy to turn that key into that big house or that have that big all that stuff. Pay attention to the people who are the workers, the people who don't have millions, the people who have to work the ways that you give them to fulfill and do things for their families. Worry about that. Have a heart towards that. Give more to get more. This is how it's work. It's universal law. You give from the heart to receive from to your heart. Plain and simple, guys. Plain and simple. They want us to always be disrupted in this world with the fake news and the media to keep everybody at each other's head and doing all kinds of craziness that you will normally don't do instead of focus on one thing. That's God to give you the understanding, the wisdom, and the knowledge to understand that wisdom. Um, let's focus on uh, a deity, a maker, a God, a soul, place in this universe. Let's make time to really worry about those things. I'm not saying that you have to go to church because the sanctuary is in your heart. I'm not saying you have to go to church because giving to help other people is a part of a God body. I'm not saying to go out and have evangelistic tactics and things of that to help one another, but giving examples that you went through to avoid other people to go through the same thing is a blessing. That's true evangelizing. Telling people the truth, no matter how bad it may seem or how you might hurt their little heart. The truth is the truth. You have to let the truth be known. It's not about giving service to soothe what you may think that makes them feel better. They go out into the world again and feel still lost and misplaced when they get there. This is why spiritually we have to be more powerful as a body of people, black, white, Asian, Indian, Afghanistan, whatever you want to call a race of people that's here, of God's people on earth, all people, no matter how we come from different genomes, different aliens, whatever we come from, it's still of God. You have to understand these things and understand how to grow with one another. Everybody can talk from the word and use the word. The devil can do it too. The actions of what you can do more than for yourself. The greed to leave aside and let the greed know it's petty. It means nothing. It's only a second of something you could have everlasting forever. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're supposed to be worried about. The citizens that take the true brunt of society, the true hell of society, the true misplace of society, the true treat and look at as less than in society that helps you build your organizations to be much greater and much more powerful, more money, is what you got to take care of. One hand washes the other, period. What you do comes back to you, period. Everything is a law. Everybody doesn't understand is a universal law out here more powerful than anything that we have. Universal law. What you get is what you get back to you 10 times worse, 10 times better, 100 times worse, 100 times better. It's a choice because we all have a free will to live, to learn, to change, to mold ourselves to be who God intended us to be, at least for ourselves. Um, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm just trying to say to you people out here. Anybody could join my StreamYard um, and have conversations about things and how they feel, because we all need a type of medication to communicate. This is why you have the verbals able to speak and talk. You communicate with people you don't understand. You talk to people you don't understand. You get to know people you don't understand. So you could build a bridge between that people's or persons that you can understand where you can stay at, where you can be comfortable, and how you handle one another. This is a adult type of tactics to do things. When you do things barbaric and things that doesn't mean any kind of regardless of anything that's wrong is corrupt. It's crooked. Why would I want to get up in the morning thinking about harming another person, no matter what color they are? It's ludicrous. Why would I want to do these things? It's a sickness that must fall over these people because of some kind of greed that they want to harbor and you know, just it's greedy. I mean, it's petty. If you really think of the situations that's going on, it's petty. Everybody wants a check. You have mail. Every life matters. Every life that God this earth matters, not just black lives. But when you get organizations that does things that hurt and harm other people to make excuses for somebody else's downfall, that's still wrong. There's no right in that because that looks oxymoron for people who need help, who was suppressed all these years, who doesn't have uh, uh, doesn't have any kind of income or just any type of earnings or anything like that, generational money, so to say, it's a problem. I mean, we all have to pull up. When we see one brother's down, we pull them up. Doesn't matter what race they are. The thing is, you pull each brother up. And if everybody thought that way, there would be the strivers and craziness. But who wants the strivers and strife and craziness? You get your media, the media, because they can print up different papers. You think what they want you to think, and lo and behold, it could be snowing in say Florida, and you're over in California. You ain't gonna know it's snowing in Florida because Florida is a state that doesn't snow. I mean, you wouldn't even know what's really going on because you listening to what people are coercing you to believe instead of seeing the truth in yourself. See the truth in your heart to make you be able to go out and find the truth. Um, you know, uh, I mean, I'm not going to believe anything or unless I see it. Yeah, COVID-19 is serious. I saw what it does. I know what it does to some people who are already medically deficient of having things. Let's say Big Pharma, Big Pharma is a company to make money. So it's like we're in a situation where, hey, we have no choice but to give them money. If the actions are good or not, we don't know until we see what happens. All this stuff is built up onto our hurt, our pain to come out of our pocket. I mean, think of that. Why would I want to hear a whole bunch of craziness of people around the world and then I keep itching to hear it and keep wanting to know what's going on and you keep paying for those papers that these people are lying, doing things wrong to one another, verbally or mentally or whatever the situation is. It's a sickness. People don't see the sickness in this United States of America. It's a problem because everything is money, 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 greed, greed, greed. Rent goes up, rents go up, food go up, everything go up, go up, go up. So you don't care if people have money to eat, or you don't care if people are deprived of certain things of health and stuff like that. So you don't care. So if I was in a situation people don't care, I'll try everywhere in my possibly power to leave the situation. Period. Because guess what? That's good for me. I can live a life quiet and rational. Um, where I can think and strive on my own. I don't know. I don't need you to be my friend, people. I don't need that. All I need is the Lord, and He directs my way, and that's who been taking care of me from day one. Because America's fucking twisted and crazy. I was born in an adoption agency. I was going house to house. I'm an adopted child. That was stuff like that, and I to see all the different types of households that I've been in and all kind of things that I've seen and went through, it fucked me up. It fucked me up because everybody has their own identity of how they're gonna do stuff, and it's wrong. It's it's crooked and twisted, or whatever the situation may be. Or because some people have good heart and good intentions and don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I mean, it's like you can't win when you go through an adoption agency. My whole life, I've never won. Really, I can. The winning part about it is God lets me survive all this time, and I'm able to talk to people or do what I need to do to make me live. But that's not really the full potential of what I want to do. I want to go around the world and see different people do things. I want to build a type of thing with different networks of people to learn and to grow and build whatever we got going on. Period. You know, I want to see everybody do the right thing as far as in living and let live and all this other stuff because I don't hate on anybody. I could care less if they got a Bentley and they have this, that, and other. Who cares? That's their money. They worked hard for it, or Whatever, however they got it, they got it. But what I want in my life is I want something. Might want a hatchback Chevrolet or something that's nice. It's we all have our own taste in things. I just want a little piece of that pie of just plain life, just live, to make money, to put money aside, to do things for my family and myself. I want to do these things, but people don't take the time to think that the same things that they want, everybody else needs and wants too. It's able to be done if it's rationalized and thought patterns in the right place. Well, if I put this person to work, it's helping my company make more money. Fine. If it's not doing that, get rid of them. But as far as I know, that I see, every minority or majority in this United States who works wants to work to the point they work their socks off. They want to work. So not having people work and not doing things towards that issue is crazy too. Because a robot can't stroke a certain type of material the right way to get it working right. A robot's not going to do that. People will do that. You know what I'm saying? A robot is just something I see. It's a face front of doing things to be uh, interactive with people's thought to get them to spend money more. That's a given. But the real people behind that is actual people like you and me who bust our ass for whatever company that we're in to make sure that everything is dotted and I'd in the right place. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Got to do something about this, America, because people who are looking out from the outside in is giving us shit and talking to us like we ain't shit and all this other stuff because we're not shit. America is not great. It will never will be great until we change stuff. It wasn't great in the past. It's not great now. And I'm just being real. I was born here. It still ain't great. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that might be great is our currency might be a little higher. Right, right. But why the currency is higher, people who live here is drowning. That's what other people don't see outside in the other world. Oh, come to America, come to America. No, you don't see that. They're drowning their own people who live here, drowning them out with poverty, driving them out with prison time, driving them out to doing things that are completely different than the ethics that they're grown up and brought to be. So there's a lot of corruption here. You know what I'm saying? A lot. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not no angel, so let this straight. I was never an angel. I would like to be by the hand of God. Don't underestimate that. But I was never an angel growing up. I do things I'm not happy with, and I've tried to change my life. You know what I'm saying? So that's the truth on me. I'm not perfect. I will never be perfect, but I can strive to be perfect because that's perfection in whose eyes? God eye. So I don't care what Tom thinks, Bob thinks, Gracie, Susan, all that stuff. I don't care what you think. The only ones I care about who thinks about me is the God above. Regardless of all the kind of uh, mental stuff I go through every day, from sexuality, from strife of manhood, all kind of different things I've gone through. On top of all the thing, everything around me that's disruptive and make you just want to snap and hurt somebody. For what? Because of my skin color? Because of they don't understand me or get to know me? Because a lot of people want to know other people, get to know them. Maybe it's for the wrong reasons. I see a lot of things have to be pansexual stuff, which is crazy. But you learn to deal with it and turn a lot of people down because you have to, because people don't really live that way. But you know what I'm saying? It's just it's just out of control, y'all. A lot of things are out of control. I go to the store and just see how people don't have a smile on their face anymore. You're going to get food to eat, to put in your belly. There's not even a smile for that. Everything is maybe too expensive. This is in America. If we kept everything home based at a good price, like other countries do, and still use that get it mentality to everyone else, we'll be all right. Because everybody else, they want to come here so much, they have money to come here. You know why? Because they're robbing us here from here. They have their scams, their telemarketing bullshit. I know how it is. I've been in marketing for all my life. You know what I'm saying? Everything has to be a scam. There's nothing real. There's nothing tangible in it, but it's just sell you a poof of smoke that's nowhere. That's how it makes me feel being American. Yeah, I'm American. I could put my hands up. I'm American, but it's nothing there but a poof of smoke that doesn't mean anything to be American, and that's upsetting. That's crazy. If you have to think of it that way. I'm an American, born and raised Bronx, New York, live in New York my whole life, but I'm nothing because that's what society wants to believe that I am, and I'm not nothing. I'm much more in God's eyes before anybody on earth matters anyway. So I mean, it's a lot of things that you know people just don't understand, don't know. We want to know, get to know people on a ground level. You know what I'm saying? Get to know them, learn from them instead of trying to always divide and conquer and cause strife and petty little woman type tactic things. I mean, come on, the stuff is petty. Everything is petty, but that's all you know how to do to divide and conquer each individual. Be a man, be a woman, help next person. I don't know if you believe in God or not, but help another person do something for another person besides yourself, and watch how much more things will start flowing your way. A lot. I've seen it happen to myself. I don't have nothing, but just thinking 5 seconds of somebody else, you usually get more. And it's not like you want this. You think about it that way, but that's the way the law is. You do good, good comes back to you 100 times better, 1,000 times better, or worse. We have a choice. We have a will where we can think and do whatever we want. But let's look at the things that's a part of it that could be in bliss, doing things the right way. Things about more than yourself. Yeah, I sound old fashioned. To love somebody else more than yourself, to do for more for somebody else. Yeah, it sounds old fashioned, but I think it works a lot better than what's going on today. You know what I'm saying? It's just out of control, bro. I mean, you get up in the morning, it's nothing but frowns on your face. You get up in the morning, you're supposed to be happy. God put us here again. Supposed to be happy. We're not supposed to think, oh, damn, I get up and all these bills and all this and that and other, and there's not really enough income coming in. I'm living paycheck to paycheck because the motherfucker who hires you don't give a fuck and ain't going to give it a raise or the right pay that you're worth because of whatever they see how they're going to make their profit. Well, let's look, ladies and gentlemen, if you work a situation to being affordable and people like the product, they're going to keep buying and buying instead of throwing the prices up way high. That's the way it works. It's always worked that way. And I've had small businesses. I've had uh, cleaning businesses before where I clean different types of hip centers and get a check from doing that for these people, doing different types of home cleaning and stuff like that I did. You know what I'm saying? All kinds of things I did to try to make a way for myself, just to feed myself and my family. That's all all this is for, is to feed your family, feed yourself, take care of yourself, take care of your family. This is all this is. I'm no different than anybody around this world. I want to take care of my family. I want to take care of myself. I want to have the right kind of hygiene at all times. I want to look a certain way that's presentable. I want to, all these normal things like everybody else. I'm no different. So whatever rumors you hear about black people and all that stuff, that's lies. Just a shamble of the different types of social media who likes to make money and off of everybody else's sad and turmoil and stuff like that. Just like they're gonna make a big issue for that guy who got I'm not gonna go into names and all that stuff, but who got the officer put in his neck and he died and all this other stuff. I mean, it's just all of this is just to make people feel fearful. That cop is fearful of that man. Doesn't matter if he has a gun or not. He's fearful of that man for to make stupid decisions keep the man down, keep the man down. If he dies, he dies. This is fear. So when people are in fear and they have a place of power, that's the wrong situation because everything's going to go to hell. You know what I'm saying? You can't trust people that's fearful, who don't understand on how to react or to other individuals. You can't understand. You can't. It's not going to work. So you get all these people with all these organizations doing things wrong to people. It's got to stop because whatever is darkness, guess what? It's coming to light, and you don't know how God is going to get to you or whatever situation is going to come for you, but it's going to come for you. It's going to come for you, and then you're going to say to yourself, "Well, damn, now I'm in a situation that I don't want to be in. Now I'm in a situation where I have to worry about my life or family or friends or loved ones." It's universal law. It comes around. Trust what I believe and tell you. Things are wrong and hatred comes around to you. No matter who you are, it's gonna come back on your doorstep and your face, no matter how you try to manipulate or do whatever you do, it's gonna come back to you. It come back to you today, tomorrow, 10 years later, whenever it's gonna come back to you. It's gonna come back to you when you think everything is all right, and bam, everything's gonna drape out from you, and you're gonna be into the street suffering like all these people you should have paid the right wages, all these people that you should cause strife and craziness through the media, all these things you're not supposed to do wrong and harm through because of God's people. All this stuff is universal law. I don't have to live at the head. The hand is going to be the universe that does it. Trust me, if you don't believe that, watch. Keep doing your wrong. Watch how you keep doing people. Watch how you have this unsatiable sense of being prejudiced because of color. That makes no sense anyway. Learn the history of who you are to understand who we all are. We're all are aliens to one planet. We all are beings of God from different places in the universe. We all are God to be put here to learn to live with people and their differences. You ever thought about that? Maybe we put here to learn from each other's differences to make us better than who we naturally are. Savage, greedy, trickster, deceiver, liar. Look at who you are and change that. I don't know how you wake up every day with the stench of sulfur all over you doing things wrong. I don't understand. I don't understand. Well, that's petty. It's real petty to be that way. It doesn't make any sense. I don't see anything profitable from that. That's taking more time and money out of whatever you got going on. If you got to hate so bad on someone else and cause so much harm on someone else, what life do you have? Are you really doing what you're supposed to be doing to better yourself? No, you're not. Nowhere near it. Love for all people, bro. Doesn't matter what color you are. Like again, I maybe it's different because I wasn't raised really with a whole bunch of that bullshit. Or I overlooked it. Maybe that's what it was. I overlooked it and don't really listen to it. Because if somebody came to my face with that stuff, I'm going to jail right then in the spot. I would break your kneecaps and arms in your face. Period. With that bullshit coming to me. Period. I don't play like that. I don't play disrespectful. I don't play people being ignorant to one another. That's not the style I do things. And I don't want that around me, and that's probably why I never had it around me. Because I am a ticking time bomb with crazy shit. Trust me. Oh Lord Jesus. you know, yeah, I could call him Lord. I could call him in all his names and all his prophets, Allah, Jesus Christ, because all of them are the same thing. They get you to heaven. That's what you people who are faith, you understand and believe too. Because all the word is of one word, come from one book. Uh, the Torah, the Quran, and the Bible. You're supposed to all three of those. So let's not go kind of stuff because guess what? You're not doing it right towards your people. You're going to take one little book that you want to learn and teach these people things that you want to make them soothe and feel better. But the whole full Word of God is much more than that one book. You better pick up all three for the sin nature that you have, for the corruption that you have, the greed that you have, the shiciness that you have, the faithfulness that you have, loyalty that you have. There's no grace of God in that. So you who think that you're high and mighty and holier now, you better go back to school, go back and learn the real heritage of everything. Because let me tell you, God is a force that's not to be played with at all. I have nothing. I'm just a messenger. He has the power of God is something that you guys are going to be really, really sad and upset when you see at the end of his book. Because the end of his book, it can be nice. It can be nice. It's not going to be nice at all. But, I do love you guys. I mean, I want us to think of better, just grow up in our mind, grow up in our heart, to grow. We could be wonderful people. We can live throughout the whole world, throughout the whole universe, throughout the other universes. We can do so much if we pull together. This is why the Anunnaki might have put us together to live. The other races have been here. They come here every day. You wouldn't even believe what I saw yesterday. Yesterday, I saw this big fucking thing go in front of the sun, make everything black and dark over the whole entire neighborhood within a couple of minutes. Now, I don't care if you have a big jumbo jet fly in front of the sun, you're not going to block out the sun like that. I don't care if you have 10 jets flying like that, you're not going to block the sun out. So let's be real. We have people of old who's flying around doing what they have to do, maybe for their friends and family, their loved ones. Something that we don't know. We don't have the idea. We still trying to learn how to love one another and love things. So we're beyond the race of that. So let's class that out. But the truth of the matter, there's other beings on this world. And what if you think of, oh, well, these people don't know how to live and react, and we come and see this and it's crazy. What if they want to just switch that button and wipe us all out and take the world? Because the world is much more beautiful and much more worthy than we are, because we can't even treat ourselves right. What if they did that? They have the power to do that. The size of that ship I saw that passed over the sun made everything in the house, everything in the street, everything dark. And I know no space shuttle could be that big to do that, or how the angle of the sun might hit my room at the time. All that bullshit. It's not bullshit. It's bullshit to think it's not an alien ship, because that shit was huge. Another time I was on a place that I went and visit, I'll be real with you, just go to a hotel with friends. But sometimes you want to party somewhere else. So you go get a hotel room with friends and you go handle your businesses or whatever. And I looked up in the sky, and we looked up in the sky. It's not just me, one other person. So this big light ship just disappeared like this. So it's like my fingers, gone. And we standing there looking at each other like, holy shit. Like we had to stand there for like 2 minutes looking at each other like, all I can say is thank you, God, because I know that there's other things besides this sickly, twisted world. You know what I'm saying? Whew. But, my friend and us had to laugh because it's like, wow, we're actually seeing this stuff. And every day, they're passing through us more and more. Like I said before, they're doing things more and more and more and more. So I think celestial brothers and sisters who live here on earth with us, in the earth with us, over the earth with us, are paying attention to us. And, they all had past things that they did to one another. Look at Mars. We want to go over to a nuclear war zone. Nuclear stuff happens and stay around for years, y'all. I hope you have the proper shots for that, because let me tell you, on top of that, they have different types of colds, different types of flu symptoms over there, different types of sicknesses over there. Yeah, you're going to wear a mask and all this other stuff, but you don't know what agents are really over there. They could penetrate the breathing apparatuses. They can have uh, things of pneumonia or acids that can get into things anyway. There's a smell of pneumonia or ammonia, period, could go through anything you can smell that. You don't know if you can get that, it can kill you. So let's look at the real facts of the matter. We don't pay attention to the cleanliness of washing our hands and washing our face and washing our ass the right way unless it has to be a pandemic or something really bad happens to us like COVID-19 and all this other stuff to let us know how nasty we really are. Because most of us is nasty as hell. Bro, I mean, come on. You know what I'm saying? Nasty. And that's not just physical, that's mental nastiness too. Because you have to think to be nasty to live nasty. Period. But that's another subject we're going to talk about, you guys. Well, I just like to have fun with it because it's not really that bad if you really look at the truth and the goodness that you know that's going to come to you being pure. At least trying to be good-hearted. At least to be trying very lightly trying to be perfect because it can't be ever be perfect. We can't. But I'm just trying to be perfect just because what the word says. If you practice perfection, you're perfect in the eyes of God. See, some things in the Bible I take serious. Some things in the Quran I take serious. Some things in Torah I take serious because it's truth. It's common sense. You learn and read and say, well, it's all the same things. Different perspectives on people's life, of them living at that time, the different types of wording uh, or speech that they have. Then it's only difference. But being true to God is one thing that's always real. Being part of His body, like I said, it's a body that we have to be in. His arm, his leg, his feet, he's the head of it. All we just have to pull together more to be towards that people. And people who don't want to be here in America don't have to be here in America. Work your way to get out of here legally and leave. Because let me tell you, I haven't been going through a lot of stuff like that. As soon as I see that the times are darkening a little bit more, I have no choice to leave because I have to live. I have to live my life the fullest I can live it. If I can't live it here, I have to live it somewhere else. You know what the migrate movement is. That is migrating, moving around so much from different state to state because the prices go up and all this other stuff. So let's move on out completely. You know what I'm saying? Cash is king if you only make it. There's no king in cash, you have nothing. And it seems to me that nobody wants to do anything to better us. So let's take the little cash we have to get out of here and live a little better somewhere else where we could, start over, do everything else. I see people live around the world becoming actors and models that they'll never be able to do here in this state and country because we're so stuck on what looks how a person looks and how a person's static quo is and all this other bullshit. It's a type of separatism. The separatism have to stop. We're all human beings, you know. But anyway, I love you all. I talk to you again. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying. Be blessed and be praised and be prideful of who you are in God's body. Bye.